Hey everyone, welcome back to Bachelor Happy Hour. I'm Joe.
And I'm Serena. And we are here with part 2 with Jenn. Thanks for tuning back in. We have a lot more to talk about. Before we get into all of the craziness from AFR, are there any other details you want people to know about your relationship with Devin? Anything, any red flags that you want to call out that you experienced, or just any conversations you guys had?
Yes. Okay. So I want to add to paint this picture. I basically so I've been saying he'd go missing for some days and some hours and not give me an answer and whatever. But then at one point we just started sharing our location with each other, safety reasons, and also if you're at a bar or whatever, I don't want to be texting you. It's just a normal thing.
Yeah.
He a week later unshared his location with me. And I never thought anything of it. I never asked anything about it, but I don't know. I think it's a weird thing to unshare your location with somebody. And he did it in a very sly way in which you can go on Find Your Friends and just stop sharing the location. But then it still says that you're sharing your location with somebody. But every time you go to see, it's it just says location not found. So,
This is rough.
Oh my God, I didn't even know that was a thing you could do.
You're also in a position, I really feel for you in this position because you're in a spot where you could start feeling like the crazy one in all this. And you're what is happening? But yeah, rough. But let's get into AFR. We'll kick it off real quick because people aren't really here for Marcus, but we will talk a little bit about Marcus. Marcus was your runner up. You did fall in love with him, right? How was it seeing him for the first time?
It was great seeing him for the first time. Honestly, I had been just worried about him and wanted to make sure that he was okay. So it was good to see a friendly face again. And yeah, I mean, did I love him? I loved him as a person. He is such a beautiful story, and he is someone who I resonate with in terms of just wanting to be loved so deeply and having issues with not feeling loved. I resonated with him so much with that. So we just bonded a lot on that. And I think I also was chasing something, I was trying to break this habit that I thought that I had known about. And I thought it was different because Marcus is such a good guy. He's not someone that led me on the other guys I've had in my past. But I think I have love for him as a person and just who he is. He's such a great guy. But yeah, was I really, really in love with him? I don't know.
Are you comfortable? Do you feel like it was the correct decision letting him go?
Absolutely. I all the time, I truly don't see the season ending any other way. Every guy was so special and unique in their own way. But at the end of the day, Devin was my strongest connection, and I saw a future with him. I wanted to get married. I wanted to have kids with this guy. I don't regret that because I did feel that, and I did think that at one point,
Okay, so this is when things get wild. Were you aware that you were going to be sitting there with Devin watching your engagement?
I was aware that that was going to happen. I didn't anticipate being as emotional as I was. And I wanted Devin to watch that. He had been saying all this time, I just don't feel it anymore. I felt pressure to get engaged. I'm watch you very free willingly get engaged to me and get down on a knee and promise me the world. So I wanted him to see it because I'm are you even listening to the things you're saying on the show? And yeah, I didn't know I was going to break down like that. And yeah.
What, other than making sure that Devin, because I guess that is the only way you could be 100% sure that he watched it, was I'm going to sit on this couch with you and watch you watch yourself declare your love for me. What were your other goals going into AFR?
My goal was to be able to speak words on stage. Quite honestly, like I knew it was just going to be a rough day. And I was so mad. I was so mad because Devin and I had talked about it and we were like, we want to see each other before AFR. We're going to have a conversation, just the two of us. And whatever happens, happens. And we can like go to AFR and like, and just be normal or just tell our story and we can like part amicably. But I was like, I don't want to be doing this on live TV. And I don't feel like that conversation is going to be for us because it's not. It's for the world. And what I would have wanted is a little bit of respect and for him to just be like, okay, let's talk, me and you, because I owe you that. But he didn't. Like he led me to believe that he wanted to do that for me and he never did. So I was pissed going into AFR. I was like, this man doesn't care about me at all. He sits here and he says he respects me, he cares about me, he loved me. Like he's like, the love was real. Where? How? Because you don't give a shit about how I'm feeling.
I don't know if you caught this. I'm sure you did because you were sitting there. But right before right before the show goes to break, you hear Devin say, "What is going on here?"
Oh yeah, he was saying that a lot.
Yeah, and he just seemed really confused and surprised and like, I don't understand where this is coming from, was kind of his energy.
Yeah, but then Jesse kind of teed him up to like, okay, then speak, and he never really gave an answer. What do you think he meant when he said why did he seem like he was shocked in the moment?
I don't know why he thought he was shocked. What did he think was going to happen? He'd been ghosting me for the past week. He went to New York with this girl. Like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, I had expressed to him every single feeling that I had been feeling at post breakup. Like, I had called him after I found out about the Maria thing. I was like, what did you do that for? To hurt me? Like, we've been talking. So I don't know what he was confused about. And yeah, I remember him just being like, what is going on here? And like, just giving me like the weirdest look. And I'm like, why are you acting like I'm doing something unreasonable other than like unhashing our relationship, which is what we're here to do. I don't know what he was thinking in that moment.
Do you think because you guys had talked, because it sounds like you both wanted to get to a place where things could be amicable and you could go out there and be like, hey, look, this sucks, but we're okay. We're going to part ways. Do you think he just expected it to go like that, even though you guys hadn't talked?
No, because so after New York, so the week before he went to New York, that was when we were like, we're going to like work through this and like whatever happens, happens. But like, let's talk and like, let's see where this leads us. Right. That's where I was feeling very, very hopeful. Then he went to New York, ghosted me all weekend, didn't respond to any texts. Then Monday, Tuesday, the next week, I was like, let's get on the phone. Like, let's catch up after the weekend. Like, let's figure out, what we're going to do here. And truthfully, I was still hopeful. I was like, maybe I can talk some sense into this boy and we can be engaged and be happy, whatever. And he blew up on me. At this point, he like was texting me crazy things. He's like, I never said that. Like, I never said I wanted to see you. Like at this point, the Devin that I knew texting me on the phone was not somebody that I knew. So I was confused. I felt manipulated. I felt like you were just telling me those things to like get by for the week. And now that we're here and like AFR is coming up, you're now saying that you never meant those things. So things were messy. Things got messy. So I don't know why he would think we were on good terms because we weren't.
Yeah.
What was all the Maria nonsense of it all? Like what was the deal with that? And then I saw like she put out like a statement or came and like said something on her social media account.
Yeah. I mean, when I had said that at AFR, I just didn't know how much it would pick up. Like you're venting in a way. Yes. And it hurt me that he did that he went and followed her the day after, essentially, because why would you do that? Like that to me is telling me that you broke up with me. Now you're following a girl who was rumored to have been in the running for the Bachelorette. It's like, okay, so did you ever even love me? Did you actually want to date her or somebody else? Like, that's what pissed me off about it. And it had nothing to do with Maria and him. Like, I know that nothing happened there. Okay. I never intended to make it seem like no, I wanted to call him out for doing what he did and what his intentions were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's good to know, like, that was about him, not about Maria. It was about his actions hitting a sore spot that he was fully aware existed.
Exactly. 100%.
Did you watch Maria's statement at all?
I did. I didn't watch I had heard about it.
Yeah. How did it make you feel?
It was nice. It was nice. Like we support each other from afar, and like I knew nothing had happened. So yeah, it was a nice statement. Yeah.
Okay, so then I mean, this kind of all wraps. You probably couldn't have planned it to go worse. You're just like, what the fuck?
But
and
there's
then,
no way that could have gone well.
well, no, I'm saying like
like
your season is kind of like like this was not the way I wanted it to go. The all-electric Chevy Equinox EV is America's most affordable EV with over 315 miles of range. So whether you're making a quick turn around the block or driving cross-country, the Equinox EV has you covered with
New LT with that of competing EVs.
Price. To learn more, visit Full Takes a Whole Body approach. Building a hair growth routine is similar. A FOL
is built to endure rigorous workouts. The eyepiece is cobalt, graphite, teal.
Upset as I can be about it and was about it. And
chaotic and messy, but that's also like
PC cable.
Discover your perfect pair of headphones at jlab.com. You have to lean into the chaos of what your life is right now. And it's a little chaotic and messy, but that's also like fun. Like not too many people get to do this, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And here's the thing, like everything, it's a blessing in disguise what had happened. And as upset as I can be about it and was about it and still am sometimes about it, I know that I'm so happy that this came out now rather than like 5 years later when we were married and had kids. So
yeah, no, that would be
100%.
that would be the worst case scenario. Is there anything you think that Devin could have said at AFR that would have helped his situation or your situation?
I mean, he could have been nicer and actually like said sorry. Like, I don't think he said sorry one time on that stage. Like, there was such a lack of empathy on that stage where I was like, what is going on with you? Like, at least pretend to be sorry. You're like, you don't even seem like you are. So I don't know. That's why I left that conversation feeling very upset because I'm like, he had been telling me he felt sorry and then he wasn't sorry on stage. And it was just, it felt really weird to me. But also, I don't think there's anything that he can say to help the situation because the truth of the matter is, he broke up with me. He's following a bunch of other girls. I'm like, if you just want to hook up with people, just tell me that. Just, I would respect you so much more if you were just like, listen, I want to go fuck around. Please, please.
Yeah.
But, and now he's seen with his ex-girlfriend flying together, going on trips together. Like, I'm sorry, there's nothing that you can do to help that. Like, you made your bed and you're going to lay in it. Like, I can't do anything with that.
Do you feel like you got closure on the stage at AFR from the relationship, or is it hard to feel closure when it went down like that?
The closure is now everything that's coming out about him. Like, I've had so many exes reach out to me now being like, you dodged a bullet. And the pictures of him with this girl, like now I have the closure I need because it's not me, it's you. Like, you clearly have a lot of work to be done and you did not handle this situation right in a good way at all. And yeah, I mean, there are so many girls that have been like, he's been in my DMs since this day, blah, 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 blah. Or I dated him and he was this and that. Like, so like, I have the closure I know and knowing that the person that I met on the TV show never existed.
Yeah, and that's fair. Have you spoken to him since AFR or no?
I had texted him a couple of times and now he's just blocked on everything because the stuff with this girl, I'm done. There's nothing he can say to make that better. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what's all this all the Jonathan, you guys are like doing TikToks together and Instagram reels. What's happening there? Anything?
Are we circling back?
No. I love him. He's just so sweet and he's just so kind, and I feel like truthfully a little defeated from the season because I'm like, okay, what do I have now? Like, all these guys have each other. and it's just me. And I loved this journey so much. And I every time I would see the guys, I'm like, I just want to hang out with them. Like, I don't need to kiss them. I just want to hang out and like be in the house with all the guys. So like to come out of this with a really, really good friend like Jonathan is a win in my book. He's such a great guy. And truthfully, I'm not in a place where I can even date anybody right now or entertain the idea of somebody. My heart is just not there yet. But it feels really, really good to have a friend like him to lean on and to just have a support system. Like, I'm moving to LA. I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
It's been
sorry.
I was going to say the good thing too is you have now like this Dancing with the Stars family to kind of like feel like you're part of this community out in LA. Have any past leads reached out to you and shown support? I know Rachel Recchia was in the audience, and I feel like she had kind of a tumultuous ending as well with her season.
Rachel has a very special place in my heart. We went to dinner a couple of days before AFR. And she's just been my biggest supporter through all of this. And I truly could not have done it without her because she just put things into perspective for me. But yeah, I mean, she had it's funny because she was doing interviews before she even knew the ending and everything, saying that like Devin reminded her of Tino. And I was like, I remember reading those things. I'm like, no, Devin's not Tino. No way.
Please, no.
Please, no.
But seeing that you are good friends with Jonathan now, and he probably spent more time with Devin than you did in the house. Have you asked him like, hey, were there any inklings that like he
or
was
even
kind
like
of playing
any of the guys, if
or,
you want to like keep them anonymous?
Yeah.
You know,
we've had conversations about it, and at the end of the day, I'm not gonna like that's their narrative, whatever they want to say, they can say. But yeah, we've definitely had some conversations surrounding it. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about like Sam M? Has he reached out?
Funny enough, he
I don't know who I thought you were gonna say. I just wasn't expecting that person.
That's actually funny. Yeah, he did. Like a few of the guys haven't. That means so much to me. And Sam M did. And listen, I've seen his TikToks too with like the main thing, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, Sam was not my person. Devin was not my person. Like,
yeah.
But it is nice that the guys are reaching out and supporting you.
Yeah, absolutely. It feels really good to have the guys make sure that I'm okay, because I love them all. Like, I can't describe it. Like, we went through this beautiful journey together, and when I saw them at Mental All, like, I hugged every single one of them. Like, they have a special place in my heart. Like, truly.
Point blank, was Sam M and Thomas right about Devin?
Point blank, Sam M and Thomas were right about Devin. Yeah.
Okay. How's your family? Because your brother and your mom sitting there and having to watch all of that, and you could tell like both of them took this very seriously and didn't want to see you go through a heartbreak, and then they're sitting there watching you go through a heartbreak.
Yeah, and I will say we see a lot of protective brothers on the show, and sometimes they come in really hot and you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But your brother was asking some really good questions. Like, I was very impressed with him because I feel like he was trying to guide you and ask thought-provoking questions, but also let you do your own thing as a woman.
Yeah, he handled himself so well, and I'm not surprised. He's somebody who like all of my friends go to for advice all the time. Like, he's so introspective, he's so perceptive, he has this like ability to understand the situation fully and see it from all sides. So it was really great to have him there and be there. And he during one of the commercial breaks at AFR, he like came over and hugged me, and he's like, I thought that it would make you feel better, but then you just kept sobbing and sobbing. You know, when you're like in that moment and then somebody comes and hugs you and then you really just let it all out.
No, there's times where I'm upset where I'm like, nobody touch me because I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah.
Of all electric range, including ambient temperature.
So much more
on your training.
Navigate your
series, Agatha All, an incredible cast featuring Joe Locke.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be a crazy like. Is there a world where you would say, Dancing with the Stars.
Television's Agatha All Along 2-episode premiere streaming September 18th, only on Disney+.
Okay, so let's I'm just going to paint this picture a little bit. Let's say, Dancing with the Stars ends, it's 3 months after that, you're feeling good, but you're still single, but you're in a good place.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be a crazy is there a world where you would consider going on Bachelor in Paradise?
Oh no, I'm telling you, it's not happening.
Okay,
I'm not going.
I gotta ask the question.
Oh no, I'm so serious. First of all, I'm going back to PA school, and the plan right now is like there's just no more breaks to be had, and like I've did 2 shows. I do not need a third one. Clearly, this is just like not for me. Also, I would have trust issues based on what happened to me this time. So, absolutely not.
Okay. Well, the show is going to fly me out if you're out there, because I'm going to go out there and be like, you fucking, you lied. You lied.
You're being Devin. No, it's not happening. And I would like to just, have love in the club or something, like meet somebody in real life.
Love in the club. Let's get a little love in the club here.
Speaking of the club, how was Boston?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Boston was the first time I felt like I could finally be myself and I was free. Like the past month, I've just changed myself up. Going through this breakup by myself, grieving, and like I know that when I grieve, like I can't go out and party, like I just can't. So I haven't done that, and like for the first time, I was surrounded by my friends and family, and I just felt so good, and it felt freeing to like have it all out there. And when I'm in Boston, a really chaotic side of me comes out, just because I lived there post college. It was like early 20s. I don't know. I just have so much fun in Boston all the time. It was like the perfect weekend that I needed.
That's good. I feel like once you're over the hump of the crying in bed phase of a breakup, you need a good night out.
100%. Like it's not a linear process healing. Like there are days I'm sad, moments I'm sad, but it feels nice to finally actually like be happy for a second.
Yeah, you deserve it after the crazy few months you've had. I feel like everyone comes off this show saying they've learned so much. What do you feel like you've learned about yourself? And then what do you feel like you're now looking for in a partner that you maybe didn't have on your radar before?
Well, I learned so much about my own dating and why I go for certain people, and the feelings that I've had with people is not necessarily a good feeling. Like when I go, oh, there's this chemistry that's whatever, like sometimes that's a bad thing because I might not necessarily know what a healthy love is, which is why when I picked Devin, it was like, finally, like it's a healthy feeling in the moment. But what I'm learning didn't last long. But I will be chasing that healthy feeling now in a new relationship. It's like there doesn't need to be this push and pull. There doesn't need to be this weird, undescribable chemistry. It's like, no, you just need a loving partner and someone who can support you and understand you. And I'm happy that I, for a second, got to know what that healthy love felt like. And now that's the feeling that I'll be chasing.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that's good. What would be your advice for the next Bachelorette?
Advice. God, I don't know. I don't know how to help you. I mean,
no, that's fine. Yeah, that's totally,
okay.
Yeah,
you don't know.
Avoid this situation. I truthfully don't know how.
No, but you know what? You couldn't have avoided this situation, I don't think. And I think it's good that you can recognize that, because how could you have known?
I couldn't.
No.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Hey, I think you did it the right way. I mean, you fully leaned in. It didn't work out, but that's okay. Like in the long run, it's going to work out. Like it's already panning out.
Are you happy? Do you feel like that Dancing with the Stars has kind of closed your journey on a positive note, at least a little bit?
Absolutely. It definitely closed my journey on a positive note, because now I'm doing something for myself, something that I've always wanted to do. And I'm working on myself and learning something for myself. So it feels really good to come out of this stronger as a person, and to be working towards something that's going to make me feel happy.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, last question. So throughout this season, you have paired every week with a Taylor Swift song, which has been so fun to follow along. What is your Taylor Swift song or era for moving forward into this next stage of your life?
This is an excellent question. I'm in an undefined era of Taylor Swift, but no, truthfully, like it's still like I made the last song for the episode, like I can do it with a broken heart, and truthfully, like I'm still healing, like I'm still mending, and like I'm happy that I get to have these moments in these interviews and on these shows where I can like be happy, but like I'm deeply like still hurt from the situation, but I'm pushing through and I'm still just going to be the best version of myself because I have to do that for myself. But yeah, I am like hurting sometimes and that's okay. But as soon as like if I just keep believing that I'm going to be happy, then I'm going to be happy and it's all going to work out. I know that.
Yeah. Got to feel pain to feel joy. Okay. Well,
wow, that's beautiful,
that's
Joe.
deep, huh?
Way to follow up her really beautiful words with that juicy quote.
Jenn, thank you so much for joining us on Happy Hour.
Thank you for having me. I love being here.
We love having you.
You've been
we're rooting for you on dancing.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I need tips, Joe. What am I supposed to be doing here?
Just have fun. Lean into it and have it's so, but it's so. Don't let the day of destroy you because it's such a stress. It's very stressful. Like it's very stressful. You're going to be anxious. Like really, just kind of like lean into the fact that it's a stage. You're there to perform and just do your best and enjoy it and have fun because like there were so many. Like I was really bad, but there were so many moments where I'm like, I wish I would have just had a little more fun and got out of my own head because it's such a great experience and you only get to do it once and you look back and you're like, that was so much fun. I wish I enjoyed it a little more. Okay. You know?
Okay. Made it far. What do you mean you weren't a good dancer?
I mean, but yeah, that's because people kept voting for me. Or honestly, or just take a shot of whiskey. I mean, I also did that. So.
Okay, I'll be taking a shot of tequila before my dances.
There you go. Shot o'clock.
There you go. Jenn, thank you so much for coming on Bachelor Happy Hour. We really appreciate it so much.
Thanks. I love being here, so I'll come back soon.
Yeah, come back soon.
You've been a phenomenal lead, and it's been so much fun chatting with you throughout the season. And for all our listeners, make sure you guys tune into Joan's premiere of The Golden Bachelorette on Wednesday, September 18th. We'll have recaps and exclusive interviews on way before you know it. On the way.
And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for listening. Bye.